Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having an amazing day. Today, we're going to hop back into our hardcore world. Now, last time we finished up our frog sanctuary. Finally. And we do have one frog left, if I remember correctly, because we did end up losing one of our frogs because they jumped out thanks to the lily pads. But we got the frog sanctuary done. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Or at least not to the point that we did last time. We do have to get another frog though if we want to actually get there's a frog. But if we actually want to get tadpoles or more frogs, we are going to want to adventure. I was going to, you know, point over there. Oh, no. Okay. Forgot how fragile pots are. I was going to hit over there, but there was a llama. And I don't want a llama spitting at me. And then I ended up breaking a pot. Anyways, today we are going to focus on making a farm. Whether or not we have enough dirt, that is an entirely different question. If we don't have enough dirt, we can easily... Why do I have random ink sacs on me? We can easily go out and probably push back the hill over there. Because I need to do that anyway. But for now, let's drop off everything that needs to be dropped off, which is most things in my inventory. That actually has a place to go. Is there anything else? No. I could drop off the bed, though. And the lead. This can't be the only dirt we have. That's rooted dirt. That's coarse dirt. Oh, that is definitely not going to be enough. You know what? I need to make a few shovels and at least 2 new pickaxes. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's move the shears. Let's... Where... That'll be enough. Do I have any sticks? Do I not have any sticks? Huh. I thought I had some sticks on hand. Oh well. Oh well. Doesn't matter. We can make a whole bunch of sticks. Let's go and make 2 pickaxes. And then a whole bunch of shovels. Hopefully that'll be good. It should be good. Should be. Where are you going, dude? Are you just gonna climb up the hill again? Okay. That's not my chest. This is my chest. Let me... There we go. We have a whole bunch of lily pads. Okay. Oh. Got stuck. Yeah, we definitely need to push this back, so... Let's go ahead. It would be cool to have... Depending on how far we push this back, to have this be like a really cool moon-shaped cliff. I think that'd look good. Oh, this is my last axe. Let's go ahead and make another axe. Because I'd rather not be left... Well, I wouldn't be defenseless. I'd have a sword, but I'd rather have an axe if it's only 1 or 2 guys. I need stone. Okay. That's fine. That should be good. I'll just make an extra shovel, because why not? And then I'll go to sleep. Because it's nighttime. Okay. Off we go. We will need to break some of these trees. I don't think we'll need to break this one up here, but it doesn't hurt. If we want to have trees that have vines on them, we can always go into the swamp itself and use shears to get some of the vines. But for now, we'll live without a few trees over here. We'll live. Is there anything else that I can move or need to move? No? I think we'll be fine. What I might do is make it so that it comes... We have a flatter, less steep of an incline over here, or at least on this side. We'll see. We will see. Either way, let's start top down. Because I have a feeling that's probably going to be easier than trying to figure out how we want the bottom to look first. Because if we do that, then we're going to have at least a little bit of a floating block situation. You okay up there, llamas? Okay, good. You're moving. I would rather not accidentally hit you while I'm trying to change how this looks. I know, llama. You probably don't like the fact that I'm... Well, actually, I don't think you care. I think you just don't like me being close. I'm not hitting you. I'm not touching you. Okay. Yeah, if we make this into... I would want it to be a more prominent cliff, so if we are to keep this, we'd want to kind of go out a little. I don't know what I'd put up there, but it would be an interesting thing to have. What would we put up there? If we were to actually keep that cliff face, we could put a really magnificent tree and then a nice walkway up there. That would be pretty cool. I'm intrigued. What kind of tree would it be? I'm thinking probably one that has flowers. So we need azalea and cherry blossom. So we wouldn't have it. That is a very far future project because we do not have cherry blossoms at the moment. Even though it would be nice to have some. Because I feel like cherry wood would be fun to play around with. Is this... Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Because I don't want it to be too steep of an incline, but I don't want it to be too gradual of an incline either. Because if the incline is too much, then, well, it'd be a very, very steep cliff. And if the incline is too little, then we won't have the space to fix the reason we're adjusting this terrain in the first place. Besides the fact of needing dirt. And we already have a whole lot of dirt. Just from doing a little bit, I think we only did at most 4 levels, and that's including the level that was mostly, I think it was like 1 or 2 blocks. This, however, we are going to have to fix. We won't fix it yet, because for all I know, I could adjust the terrain again. I'm just wanting to get a good chunk of dirt for the project that we're doing. And I think I'll probably start working on the farming plot once this shovel breaks. But the plan is I'm wanting to have... It won't be an island like what we did here. It'll be more so an island that has a frame around it. So it's man-made. It's going to look man-made. And it's going to use the area as natural irrigation. Even though you wouldn't do that in real life because the water is too salty, so unless you're doing kelp, you wouldn't do that, but for this, we don't have to worry about that. We can pretend that all the crops that we're doing have some sort of protection against it, or we can assume that there is a filter somehow before it actually hits the plants. Which actually could be a cool thing that we could build. We could use the lodestones for that. Have it so that it goes into not a pipe system, but an area where water goes in, gets filtered, so you get salt and water. And then you use the salt for, well, it's salt. And then you use the water for the irrigation system. That would be intriguing. You know what? Might do that. I'll finish this level. I'll finish this level real quick, and then we'll start working on it. I actually really like that idea. That might be what I do. Which means we're going to want to also build... maybe not a shack, but... a shack shed. Some sort of building to encase the... filter? Well, we got a little bit of it done. If we have time after we're done making the farming area, I might work on it a little bit more, but for now, I think it's good. Especially since, look at all that dirt. That's super good. I'm probably gonna start right at that grass block over there. I think that'll be a good place to start this little farming area. I'll swim to it. I would use a boat, but the boat's just gonna get in the way. And because there's already water all the way around, we can easily just put half slabs to separate each of the plots. Ooh. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. And then we can make. Oh, the sun's already going down. Well, that's unfortunate. But we can make in the center of each of the plots. We can make a makeshift scarecrow. How? I don't know. But I now kind of want to do that. What we could do. We could, of course, use armor stands. But I think I want to try something else. I want to fiddle with it for a little bit. We'll see. Let's first get the plot of land actually built, and then we'll think about it. But that is an interesting thought. At least we know it's morning, because, well, we just slept. It's just a wee bit wet. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's 4 on each side, right? So if there's a piece of water right here, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 on either end, because that's how far water can reach. And I think what I want to do, besides, of course, fill this in, is maybe also have... We could also have the bees out here, but, well, there's going to be water all around. Kind of not a safe place for bees. So we'd have to have a bee enclosure if we were to do that. But we could have the tall flowers also grown here. Essentially, we'll just have a few rows of flowers and then a section where it's a very, very minor redstone project, where you essentially have redstone going off. Hi, Lily. Where you have redstone going off and creating... Oh, oops. I lost count. We need it to be a 9 by 9. But once the bone meal is... Once the redstone is done, like, you just flip a switch and you have the flowers, it'll keep ticking, making a, I think a dispenser. Yeah, it's a dispenser. And the flowers, the tall flowers, will be able to be duplicated. Because the dropper would just drop the item. There we go. And if I were to have it anywhere, it'd probably be in the center. So let's go ahead and do this. Actually, we want there to be walkways. I still want this to be a 9 by 9, of course. But I'll just push these apart slightly. Just like this. That way, we can have an area that we can just walk on without having to be like, oh, I can't jump here, or anything like that. Because I know I probably wouldn't be jumping around here, but just in case. This is 1, 2, Let's have the third plot right there. This one will be just grass, so I'm going to connect these two. Please grow fast. Please. And we're going to... Essentially, this is going to be like a square area. Because it's going to be a man-made... It's supposed to look man-made. How big do I want this center area? We want it to where there's a 3 walkway all the way around each of these plots. And we also want to have an area where we can have this water, have it be filtered, so there can be an assumption that there's an irrigation system and not having the water underneath the walkway. How big that's going to be, I don't know. It's probably going to be... If there's already going to be 3 blocks on either end, so that's 3... Is that 3? Oh, that is 3. Probably stopping at this block. Let's go and have it like that. So that's... three away from either side, giving it enough room to where we can have a storage and a shed for a water filter. I like that. I like that. A 5 wide or 6 wide grass plot should be good. Even then, essentially, yeah. Also, hi, Turtle. Another thing we could do is have our tree farm also be out here. However, it's probably not going to be enough room, so I think I'll keep with the idea that the tree farm be somewhere out there instead. Especially since I want to keep the pod still contained, and I think grass would look really nice in this area. So we need to put 2 more square plots. Right about there. So that's the edge. So just need to do 8 more. Perfect. Five, 6, 7, and 8. Do I have enough dirt for this? Maybe. If not, I can always get more. I thought I was going to have enough dirt. I am probably wrong. Which is fine. I still need to terraform that land anyway, so... Either way, I'm going to get the dirt I need. Oh. That works. Okay. This is one off. Okay. Maybe. I was not counting that time. I could easily do the math Be like, what's 9 times 9? It's 81. So we definitely have enough. You know what? If I just said it out loud, then I would have been able to be like, oh, I do have enough. It's starting to get dark. Is it actually dark, or is it just because it's raining? Maybe. I'll double check. It's been a while since I've slept. Maybe. Either way, we do need to grab some wood. We could also use a bit of moss for the flower area as well. Wait, we have roses. And I believe we have a... Is it a peony out here? No, it's lilac. Oh, I don't have peonies. I thought I did. Well, that kind of sucks. Oh well. We can save... We can reserve 2 areas for the peonies and... sunflowers. Peonies and sunflowers. We do have a plains nearby, so potentially we can get some sunflowers. Maybe. Because I think that's a plains over there. I know I was looking right at the hill part of it, but if I walk over there, I think I already have, though. I don't think I saw any. We'll see. Right, we're also going to have pumpkins and... Wait, did I get... Oh, it didn't. No, I forgot to do that. Because I do remember finding a jungle somewhere. It was really far out, so it's going to be a... Thank you for your lead. It's going to be a while before I find it again. But I'm also going to have to reserve a plot of land for melons as well. Okay. With that in mind... With that in mind, do I want to change any of these plots? I could. But I don't think I need to. Even if we have pumpkins and melons on one of the plots, or on either of the plots, I think we'll have... I think it'll be fine. Each of the things don't need to be separated. As long as there's a block in between, or I guess 2 blocks in between, we should be able to do pumpkins and melons without a problem. What am I looking for? I'm looking for wood. Right. I feel like, in a best case scenario, which is not this one, I would probably use acacia. We do not have acacia. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really like how this house turned out. It was a lot of fun to build. I feel like oak would probably be good, and then deep slate would be a bit too much. As much as I think would be cool, I think it would be a bit too much. Because it's so dark, I feel like it looks heavier. I know it doesn't make sense, but I have a feeling it probably wouldn't be the best. So let's stick with... If we're going to do anything stone, it'd be cobblestone. Let's see here. I could also do a bit of spruce as well. And we have dark oak. I almost forgot about that. Oh, really? Let me out. What we could do is have the pathways be oak, just strictly oak. And then around it, we can have either, you know what? Maybe it's not exactly floating. Maybe it's more so like well, I guess our bridge is technically floating since I haven't put all of the spruce down, but we could have it to where it's supported. I think that might be nice. Oh, we have moss. I don't have a whole lot of moss. And I don't have a whole lot of bone meal either. Do I have a composter? I think I do. I do. Do I have items to put in said composter that I can without feeling bad about it? Not really. Unless you can put leaf litter or wildflowers in. Which, I don't know if you can duplicate the leaf litter, but I'm assuming you can duplicate the wildflowers if you were to use bone meal as well. So we might have to wait until after we get our farm up and running. But I do want to see something real quick. I want to see how it would look. I don't have the moss on me. Let's go ahead and grab that. Leave at least one in here. Oh, come on. We could also do the carpets. That would also work. But if we were... Hey, it was the right amount. If we were to do this, it's not bad, but I would actually like these to be stairs. Ah. Okay, that worked. If we were to do that, we need these to be stairs and maybe birch. Birch actually might be better. Only for the fact of, I think it's a bit too close to the dirt. I know this isn't going to be the exact color we're going to have in the end because, well, we have to till the land. Only reason why I'm not doing that now is because, well, I'm going to be jumping all over it. At least for a little bit. Where is... I don't have a whole lot of birch. Do I still have my birch trees growing? I do. Okay. If we like the birch, then we'll cut down those birch trees. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make a few more stairs. There we go. Let's try this again, but with birch and stairs. That isn't what I meant to do. And this will... Ooh, actually. I don't hate that. Because this could also be a showing of the irrigation system that's in play. Meaning that we'd want a set of stairs, or several sets of stairs, going to the water filter so it looks like it's coming out of there. So it's picking up water from the ocean, filtering it, and going through the irrigation system. Because I think that adds just enough that I really love it. Also means This is gonna be really expensive because we're messing with moss. Why are you on the roof? Why are you on my roof? How did you get on my roof? Llama, uh, how? I have no way for you to get on said roof. What did you do? Where are you? Are you a new one? Oh, you're a new one. That's why. Okay. Good to know. Kind of thought you were the one that was, trying to climb the cliff earlier. Oh. How about not randomly open doors? Oh. A roof llama that spit out a squid? What happened? Are you okay? Why did a squid get hurt and you fell off the roof? What happened there? Did you step on the squid? Why? What is happening? Wandering trader, what are you doing to the poor llama? Dude, what is happening? Oh, that's what's happening. Dude, I wouldn't recommend walking over here. You're a poor llama. Your poor llama is getting hurt because of a lantern. Either the lantern or the slab. I need to chop down more birch trees so we can get more of that. And I can get a fair chunk more moss, but not a whole lot. Let's go ahead and drop off the oak for now. We'll chop down the birch tree. Oh, it's getting dark. How about sleep? Let's sleep, and then we'll cut down the birch trees and go ahead and use the moss to help us terraform that area. We'll only have, what, 12 bone meal? But it's enough to get started. So we'll have a idea of what we're doing. So this may be a project that will continue on for a little bit, at least until we have all the resources. But that's fine. As long as we have this up and running so we don't have to worry about food. Because sure, we have 31 bread on us. But that's only because we ran into a village day 1 of this world. And we collected the hay bales. Can I... Okay. There we go. But other than that, we don't really have a good food source. Please give me all of your saplings. I think I have a fair chunk in a chest, but I would rather not be like, oh, I have no more birch saplings. Guess I have to go find the birch trees, which I think, yeah, they're just across the way, so it's not too far. But still. Hi, frog. Still have zero clue where your friend went. Okay. Let's grab all of you. Will we have to fix some of this when we're actually worrying about the way this terrain looks? Yes. But that's fine. We'll fix it when the time comes. Let's keep the moss down here. There we go. I'll make sure I keep one piece of moss in our chest just in case. It would suck to use all of our moss and then have to break it later. It wouldn't be too bad, but I'd rather have one kept in the chest so we don't have to worry about it. I kind of wish you could bone meal the pale moss. But I don't think you can. Because when I tried to when we were in that biome, it didn't do anything. But if you could, that'd be really cool. Maybe you can make pale moss. Because I honestly don't know. Hi, Inca. Yeah, I have 30 potatoes in my chest that I got from villages that I'm going to use to do most of my planting. Not all of my planting, because I would like to have bread, but baked potatoes are also really good as long as you have the coal necessary to do it. Speaking of which, I should probably put at least a little bit of my charcoal, of my wood into the furnace so we can get some charcoal. Because we are running low. You know what? I was worried about not having enough moss. I think we're gonna be just fine. This is also a very bad danger hole. See, I'm glad I'm terraforming this area. Because I can leave that for another time. Because I am busy with a different project. Okay. Ooh. Give me all of the saplings. There we go. Oh, you can? Maybe I was trying to bone meal one of the carpets on accident. I do have one pale moss. Oh, nope. In my chest. Let me go and grab it. Wait, I don't. Oh, I do. Oh, for a half a second, I was worried. You know what? I'm gonna go back into the danger hole. Let's see. Just gotta put that there. Oh, you can! You know what? Thank you so much for telling me that. Because I was worried that I would have to go all the way back to the pale moss biome. Which I am for saplings, because I wasn't aware that the enemy that I was so worried about only spawned at night. So I didn't stay for too long, since this is hardcore. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that is very cool. I don't know what I'm going to use pale moss for right now. Because I could use... Wait. How close is it? I could use it as another texture block for any of our stone things. Or if we want to create... How about let's not move that? Or we could also use it in... If we wanted to create a very... more dead area, but not quite dead area. More like the color's been drained from the area. Kind of... graveyard. That would be very nice. Okay. Do we have everything? I'm just going to keep the composter on me. It doesn't hurt, because I am going to put it somewhere in this area. But for now... I actually need to make the stairs that I chopped down the birch for. It's hard to use your birch when you don't have the birch made into the things that you need it to be in. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. And... that's probably too much birch, but you know what? Rather too much than too little. That should be good. That should be good. Let's go ahead and focus on the moss bit since it's in the center. Should we have it be on the center on the sides as well? Why? How? Yeah. How did you... I even tried saving you, dude. You know what? That squid was... That squid wanted to jump. And they did. They, they figured out how to jump. I mean, kind of not wrong. I have a whole lot of ink just because they decided to get in my boat. Because I have a boat. It used to be my chest boat that they kept on going into when I had it parked right about there. But squids like being in places where they shouldn't be. You really... What are you doing? Why are you doing this, squid? Being on land is not healthy for you. In fact, it is quite the opposite. What are you trying to achieve? I think the squid's having a hard time. Okay. Oh, it's... Already? At this point, I'm kind of thinking I should just keep a bed on me. I did for a little bit, because I was exploring last time. But it might not hurt. Hello, wandering trader. Can you please drink your drink so I can sleep? Please? There's colors in the sky. Come on. Come on. The sunset's really pretty, but I really need to sleep. There we go. Okay. Let's grab that yellow bed again. And then I'll place it down... I'll place it down where the grass needs to grow. This is a good central point. Okay. From here, if we're going to have the water filter over here, we're going to want to have the irrigation pop through over here. This is not... You know what? That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't have to be even. I mean, it doesn't have to be odd. And then over here, we don't need the same thing because it'll just be storage over here. Good. Good, good, good. If we have it all the way around the outside, we're most likely not going to have enough, but maybe. We'll see. If we don't have enough, we have a little bit of bone meal that we can get a whole lot from. But we should be fine. At least for the most part. I don't think we've found cactus, have we? That thought just occurred to me. Huh. That'll have to be something we need to keep on our radar next time we go exploring. Because I don't know if there's a desert anywhere near us. If there were to be a desert, I don't think I stored my one piece of moss. So I think this is our last piece of moss without having to break any of those. We already explored way over there. I think we explored 2,000 blocks that way. So if we were to explore anywhere, it'd probably be best to go... What way is this? East? So next time we explore, we need to head east. Unless, of course, we're looking for something specific. Oh. One of these times this is going to get me stuck. Which is fine. I have the tools to be able to get out, but I won't be surprised if this gets me stuck. Sometime. There we go. How much do we need? I don't think we need too much right now. I think at most we need probably a half a stack, but having more doesn't hurt. In fact, it'll help a lot. 49? Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. Okay, let's quickly head over here, finish up placing down all the moss, and then we can easily get the majority of the birch stairs done. Because I think for the outside, the ones on the very edge, I'll probably do slabs, which means we're going to have to wait for those birch trees back there to grow. But that'll be fine. Because at that point... Ooh. Nice. We only have 20 left. Not bad. Because at that point... Well, it'll take a bit for us to place all these stairs. So I think those will be grown. Even if they aren't, we can focus on tilling this land. I'm thinking we'll probably have the... Hey! No. Not like that. I'm thinking we'll probably have the melons and pumpkins on the same plot. Just because I feel like if they were spread out, it probably wouldn't be the best. Can we please set the stairs properly? Thank you. Especially if we want to... I want to have at least 2 plots of potatoes and 1 plot of wheat. Because I don't think I want any beetroot. Because beetroot, it's good for red dye. And I think beetroot soup. Other than that, I don't think I'd be using a whole lot of beetroot. Grow faster. Grow faster. Get on this plot of land so I can break both of those blocks. Please and thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have enough stairs. Because this is my last stack on me. Which is fine. Yeah, there's already at least 1 birch tree grown. So, depending on how many stairs we need left, how many stairs left we need, will determine whether or not I'll focus on cutting down the birch trees first or tilling the land. Actually, cutting down the birch trees first would probably be better, so we can get the stairs and slabs needed. And then once we have those placed and the trees are still growing, we can just till the land then. And I'm not going to need a whole lot. I'm only going to need maybe 40 some odd at most, which isn't bad at all. And I think I'll probably put a dock on the storage side. Wait a minute, did I run in here for the last night, even though I had a bed right there? I might have. Oops. Okay, how many are grown? 3. What? You do know your llama's very far away from you, right? What? Okay, I won't complain about the extra lead, but how did you get yourself hurt? What are you doing? Why are all of you getting hurt? Okay, let's quickly... You know what? Let's make 2 hoes. Just so we don't have to come back to make another. Unless, of course, I need to. But I don't think we will. Perfect. And then the very center block, I'm going to leave undone. And I might change into a moss block. Because I want to put a scarecrow there. What we could do, which I think would actually look fairly good, now that I think about it, we'll have to wait until we have cows. Because I don't have a whole lot of leather. At first I was thinking, no, I won't use armor stance. I'll try to think outside of the box a little. But I have a feeling it'll be too much if we don't use an armor stand. Now I'm very glad I made 2 hoes. Apparently one of the farther back ones are going to be melons and pumpkins. And for this, I'll do it this way. It won't be the most efficient at all, but we'll be able to walk in between. And if it's just like this, I might actually have it to where, oh, but the center block can still be a scarecrow. You know what? Because it'll break, or it won't turn into a watered plot. Because we don't have melons, I'll leave this plot just up and running. But the other one, I will go ahead and plant the... How many pumpkin seeds? We have a lot of pumpkins, so that doesn't matter. Let's see here. That's 9, 27, so we just need 26 seeds. And we get... Oh, we get 4. That works. That works. That is the wrong chest. Did I say 26? I did. Oh well. Oh well. And then, yeah, the center plot comes undone. Pumpkins won't try to grow on the stairs, will they? They might. If they do, we'll deal with it. If they do, we'll deal with it. It doesn't matter. It would just further incentivize me to actually harvest the pumpkins. You are llamaless. Because you've kept on, wandering too far from your llamas. How do you feel about that? Confused. Got it. I mean, you did kind of lead one into a ceiling. Or a roof, more so. And the other you lost in a boat. So I don't blame the llamas. Hi, llama. Speaking of which, hi, llama. Okay. You know what? Trees, come on. You could do it. Give me just 2 more saplings and I'll leave you be. That's a stick. That is not a sapling. That is a... I mean, it could be a dead sapling, but not what I'm looking for. Nice. Okay, now we don't have to worry about it too much. Let's go ahead and... Let's grab you and the potatoes. And I don't think we have enough of either, but as long as we keep an eye on it and harvest occasionally, we should have enough. Let's plant our... Nope, You know what? Let's eat our bread. That would probably help. Good. And then we don't have a whole lot of wheat seeds, but that's fine. We'll get an abundance sooner or later. So let's create... a few stairs. That should be enough. And then the rest will be slabs. Okay. Let's do you. And then you. Oh. Can we not? Perfect. Then after this, I'm going to go on each of the corners and let's do spruce. Because unless we're using spruce to make most of the things, I think we'll keep the dark oak untouched for now. I might use it for a few things, but not for supports. That'll be more than enough. Or at least it should be more than enough. Let's put it all around the edge. It's fine. I like it better when it has the stair touch to it. But it wouldn't make sense if there was irrigation on the side that wasn't going to any of the plots. Right. I'm glad I still have some stairs. I can't place you. There we go. I put one over here as well. Good. I definitely don't have enough slabs. At all. But since the trees are still growing, it for half a second I thought that was a structure. It's just a tree. But while we're waiting for our birch trees to grow, we can start focusing on the actual supports and what the storage and water filtration system is going to look like. I think both of them are going to be some sort of shed. So I think the one that's going to have the water filtration is most definitely going to be more enclosed than the other. And I could just sleep, right? Come on. Come on. You have colors in the sky. Colors in the sky means it's nighttime. Please. Please. Yes, no, maybe. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I know in either of the corners we're going to have something. And I think it would probably be good to have it in the center of each of these sides. So right here. Right here. The center of these sides are going to be a bit more difficult. Especially if I'll wait for the supports in the center on this specific side. I could do it on that side. Okay, no, I can't. They kind of need the structures themselves to be built. But I can at least get them on the corners. Which that one was easy. And then This is the last one we could do before getting everything else done, for the most part. I mean, they aren't going to be all water level, so I guess you can stay. I guess. Stares at the support. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our oak. I think oak will probably be best, since it's not too different from the birch. Because if we look at that, it's a very, very big difference. So I think it would be too much contrast. But if we do just oak slabs, if we need more oak in the future, we can always cut down the oak trees we have planted. Okay. Let's focus on the water filtration. So I know for a fact that at least these are going to be covered up. So I don't technically have to put something there. But for now, I don't think it'll hurt to have something there. If anything, I think it would help. It'll be a small-ish room. And the sides will be a bit odd until we actually get it done. Because I think what we could do is have, not upside down. Yes, upside down. Upside down stairs, lining in between each of these pillars. Upside down stone or andesite or stone brick. And then have one there and on these. I would call them corners, but it's supposed to be a very slight. It's a very small curved room. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Especially once we actually put the walls in. Okay. For now, I have more spruce, right? Yeah, I do. I do indeed. And I think we have enough copper on hand. We can make a few copper rods. Right? Yeah, we can make a few. How much do we actually need? I don't know. I think we'll only at most need 2. But we'll see. And we're going to want at least 2 lodestones. So that's going to be... Was that with stone? It was with these. Do I have stone on hand that I can use right now? Not enough. I mean, can I change this? Oh, I can. Then I actually do have enough. Nice. There we go. 2 lodestones, 2 lightning rods. What else would we need? Cauldrons? Maybe? But I don't think so. We do have a few copper trapdoors that we can use for it. We are definitely going to use wax on them once we have wax. But for now, that'll be good. We can also use... maybe. I'll keep some on me in case we want some darker bits. But I don't think I'm going to use any of that. I can turn most of this in, except for 4 of them. Yeah, because we want to have moss right underneath where the scarecrows are going to be. As for... let's put the bricks in there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of copper. Okay, I did not need to be worried about copper right now. I'm probably going to need this spruce, but I have a whole spruce tree I can cut down. We need charcoal. Let's make this a whole stack, and then we'll smelt this. I actually need to go mining sometime soon. Huh. Well, that's good to know. And by sometime soon, I mean probably to finish this project, at least the edges. Is there anything else that would probably... I feel like that'd be better if we were gonna have cobblestone with this, but we want it to be relatively smooth. Is there any other block I can use besides that? I could use some andesite. Maybe. Or even clay. I'm not going to need a whole lot for the actual... Yep. For the actual water filter itself, but it is something I do want to keep in mind. Lodestones I can easily pick back up. Night Lily. So let's go ahead, have one. Do I have dirt on me? Of course I don't have dirt on me. Okay. For now... Oh. Wait, really? So if I do it like this? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and sleep. Just so I don't get killed. Especially since I don't have this place lit up. Kind of a dangerous place to be in. Let's put a lodestone. Maybe? Or maybe a better idea would... be to have it go into the wall. So let's see here. It'll be pushed back as far as it can go because it's not going to be too big, hopefully. And I want it the other way. It'll go out. We're not going to see this side because of that. But we will see any of the other sides. Or at least these two sides. I could put water in those. Make it look like it's sucking up the water from the ocean. Maybe. Though we will need to actually put water there. Okay, and then the other one we want... Where would we want the other one? Or do we just want to trail this further back? We could combine these, trail it further back until it hits around here. So that way we can have... It looks a bit... odd, I'll give you that. I think it would be better if we had these be stairs and then the other two be slabs. I don't have the slabs, but I do have stairs, so thankfully I didn't do too much damage by breaking those. So let's grab the... Oh, the stairs aren't in there. Stairs, and then I can make slabs. Have I really not made stone slabs yet? Huh. Well, I did now. Let's go ahead and hop up here. Either way, it's going to want to be... gray. Ooh, we could have... Wait, are there... I don't think there are copper buttons. As much as I would love there to be copper buttons, I don't think there are. But there are... wood ones. So... You know what? I'll just go in here. You know what? A pearlwood button would actually fit. It would definitely fit. Okay, Night Sage. Oh, you're danger. Hi. I clicked the wrong button. Where are your friends? Seriously, where are your friends? Why were you alone? You aren't usually alone. Where are your friends, and when am I going to get shot in the back? Well, that's concerning. That is that is very concerning. Huh. Let's go ahead and make those back into clay so it doesn't take up too much room in my inventory. I'm concerned. I mean, we got him. Yay, but did you see him fish? Did you see any of them? No? None of them went sleeping with the fishes? Okay. Let's keep the lodestone in there. And I don't think we need any more copper trapdoors. We might, but if we do, we can always grab more. I think we need to focus on the actual building itself now. And because we use oak for the floor, we wouldn't want to use oak for the walls. However, if we use spruce, it'll be too dark. And if we use pale oak, it'll be too bright. Right? Because we definitely can't use birch. We can test that out pale oak. We can place it down, see how we feel. So we'll just... You know what? It's actually not too bad. It doesn't fit in the swamp itself, but because this is an outside gardening area, it it actually kind of fits, despite it being very bright. And because it's bright, maybe we can find a way to... maybe not darken it, but make it a bit more run down in some way, shape, or form. Run down isn't the word I'm looking for. What word am I looking for? Because I feel like pale oak would be very good for... because it's so bright and so... it's so bright and close enough to white that it seems like it'd be super sterile, or at least slightly sterile. Hmm. We're gonna need 2 doors. We'll see. We'll see how we feel about it once we have the walls up, and I'll strip some of the logs so there's a bit of variety in the texture. Come on. Wasn't it getting dark? It was. There's color in the sky. Come on. Please let me sleep. There we go. Oh. Okay, good. I do have another axe. It keeps on growing on me. It is definitely growing on me. Let's go and do those two, and then... Oh, I can't stand anywhere. Okay. It's fine. I'll just do that real quick. Oh, right. I actually really like that a lot. And let's do that there as well. Right. I said I was going to have the walls come all the way up here, which it still makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do. But it does change how I'm gonna go about this ever so slightly. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Especially since I don't like it like that. Let's go ahead and move it back, and then what we can do is we can have an overhang, which is essentially what I'm going to do for the other building. But this one's more enclosed than the other, at least from what I'm planning. Supports are already spruce on the ends. I'm going to go chop down a few oak trees real quick. You know what? Let's just cut them all down. Let's cut all of these oak trees down real quick. Replant them. I think it'll be a good mid-ground. Because we don't want to use too much spruce. And the spruce itself would be a bit too dark with the pale oak. At least I think it would be. Come on. Nice. It's gonna give us 47. Nice. I'll come back to get the saplings. For now, we need this to be what? 3 or 4? I think 4 would probably be our best bet, since we're going to have it be at an angle. Well, not only that, it's going to be at an angle. I need to raise the sides more. Because that's going to be the minimum. Eek. Okay. You know what? Fine, I wanted to be down there. That was my plan all along. It wasn't, but doesn't hurt us any. Nice. And I'm definitely going to stick with the pattern of having deep slate roofs. Because we're not in a different area, so it makes sense that they would do that for the majority of their buildings instead of doing something new for each one of their buildings. Okay. You know what? I need to grab the stairs anyway. Let's go ahead and grab some dirt as well, so we don't have to rely on other random soft blocks that we have in our inventory. So let's grab... Those are all the wrong chests. That and dirt. That way we can actually reach the roof. Up we go. How do I want to do this? I know for a fact I want this to be stairs. And I do want to stair there, but how about let's turn it around? There we go. Give me back my stair. And I think we're at the right height. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah. Good. You know what? A thing we also have to worry about. How do we want it to taper off? Because what we usually do for our buildings is on the corners. We'll end up going down slightly. Which we could still do. Especially back here. So let's go ahead and put a block. If... There we go. That looks good from at least this side. Oh, please. Give. And then this side we have the gradual increase. Now it's just the front we have to worry about. And I think I still want to do the off the corners bit. Though I don't think we have enough. Yeah, we don't. Do I have any more deep slate slabs, or am I gonna have to make some more? I might have to make some more. Let's see. I will. Unless, of course, I have some in barrel beside me, but I don't think I do. Even if I do, it's just tiles. Even if I do, I would have to make some more for future things. Something like that. Besides it, of course, being dark in there, that is a temporary torch. I think that is... I think that's good. Nope, nope. I missed several times. You know what? I can reach it from here. And fix. Where did that? I don't think I picked it up, did I? Well, I don't see it floating in the water, so I must have. Huh. I forgot to grab my water bucket. I already have to grab a water bucket. Might as well run home, grab it, sleep, so we can put the water in that makeshift pipe. Where? Right. Axolotl. Would rather not put the axolotl in there. Okay. I I didn't think about how I'm gonna light this place. We do have mossy carpet, actually. Because we have mossy carpet, we could just do jack-o'-lanterns. I think that's what I might do. Yeah, I like that. I like how that looks. Okay. I think I have a fair chunk already at home. I know I used a fair amount of pumpkins, but I don't think I used too many. Yeah, I didn't use too many. Let's grab those. Some shears. There we go. And we're gonna get a whole lot more pumpkin seeds. We don't need them, but you know what? Doesn't hurt. I do not have enough torches on me for that. There we go. For now, I'll just put them in there. Grab the mossy carpet. I already have 4 moss on me, so we don't need to worry about that. So over here, let's go ahead and do it. I didn't think that through when I fell down here. Okay. How about let's get ourselves unstuck. There's 2 away from the edge. Put a bit of carpet. We can easily put a jack-o'-lantern on these corners as well. Because any of our other lights essentially are what we would use normally, which is lanterns and fence post, would have to be too far from the actual planting areas to use. Okay. Squid, there aren't any slabs to help you up onto land, so I have no idea how or why you keep going up here. Or more so up there. I don't know if you know, but you cannot breathe on land. You are squid. We're gonna have actual lighting here, so we don't need to put a jack-o'-lantern. Whether or not that's going to be enough lighting, I don't know. It's going to be enough lighting for the edges, but definitely not for the center. Or over here. So we might want to figure out a way to fix that. I think maybe on the corner here, when there's an intersection like this, I might have these be full blocks. So I can have the lanterns. But I think other than that, it'll be fine. You know what? I can double check. Where's our light? 3 blocks. Saw 2. But I think the 2 is the lowest that we're going to have. Yeah, it looks like a 2 is going to be the lowest that we're going to have. Which isn't bad, all things considered. It means it's at least not spawnable. Hi. Ooh, yeah. Oh, but I only have 4. I only have 4 emeralds, dude. I think. You know what? I can double check. Let's double check real quick. Do we only have 4? Yeah, we only have 4 emeralds. Oh, rude. I actually kind of want the acacia sapling. There have been a few times where, like, oh, you know what would be really nice with this? Acacia wood. You know what I don't have? Acacia wood. I will eventually. I just haven't found a savanna anywhere near me. Okay. What else should we put in this weird little nook? Also, we did not need the pale oak doors. You know what? Makes it look like there's a little service store. There doesn't need to be. But you know what? It works. I think even in this area, it's going to be relatively safe, right? Yeah. Mainly because there's a torch behind that door. Definitely going to have an actual lighting setup. Most likely, that's the bottom of a block. That's the top of a block. You know what? I'll have hanging lanterns over here. Give. Please. Thank you. How did I... Did I accidentally uncover you, or were you always uncovered? Oh well. Let's go and fix those real quick. Yeah, we could definitely have hanging lanterns on either side, which would give it enough light in there. I put away the other lodestone. But we could put the other lodestone over there. You know what? Look at that. It's actually nicely lit up. Good. Very, very, very good. Right. Grabbing the lodestone, and then I should probably... Oh, is it just raining? Yeah, it's just raining. Because you're still visible. Go ahead and grab this. Put a lodestone. Perfect. Perfect. Either way, I'm going to want a crafting table somewhere near here. So I'll just put one there for now. I'm going to make stairs. Just for right there. I know we don't need it, but I feel like it'd be nice. You know what? I don't have the inventory space to pick that up right now. And then on the other side, if we do the same thing. Hi there. If we do the same thing that we did there, it would make sense. However, what if we... I don't know, I was trying to finagle with that. For some reason it looked weird. Oh well. Oh well. But if we do the same as the buildings over there, would it be too much? Because it would definitely make this building an outlier. But I don't have all the pale oak in the world right now. You know what? Let's try it out. Worst that happens is that it doesn't fit, and we'll have to do something else. Best that happens is that we like it. Either way, it's a good thing. And either way, this chest is very full. I don't have an area for sugarcane in that area. I should... Should we? No. We'll have a separate area for sugarcane. Not too separate, but a little bit. Where is... It gives it a little bit of room. Not a whole lot, but a little bit of room that we can put the rest of the oak slabs in. Because we're going to want whole blocks. Okay. We're also going to want spruce fences. Because this one is going to be more so a covering rather than it being enclosed. That should be good for now. Especially since we have a crafting table over here, so we don't have to worry about it too much. I swear, if you break my pumpkin seeds, I'm going to be... That'd be very rude. I mean, I have all the pumpkin seeds in the world right now, but it'd still be very rude. go ahead and do that, and then we can just make the planks as we go. It is such a stark contrast. Which is fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Because technically we have the same contrast there, it's just that it's blocked by a door. So we don't really have to see it. Let's do it by 2. Give. Thank you. And then we're going to make the dock on the other end. Which is another reason why I'm making it out of spruce. So it'll match the other dock we have over there. Let's go ahead and make one on either side. And I do not have enough slabs. There we go. There we go. I think it'll be fine. Just like this. And this is why I did not use all of the spruce. I used most of it, so either way we're probably gonna have to chop down that tree. But not all of it. Since we're using oak for buildings on top of this area, we can set up at least the pillars of where the actual building is going to be. Right? Right. At least for the most part, because we don't have the birch for this area yet. But it's also not going to be seen. So unless we can see it from any of the other point of views, probably just going to leave it be. It makes sense for this to be taller, since it goes out to the water. And since it's raining, it'd go into the irrigation as well. Which would help, as long as there's nothing on the roof, which there won't be. Nice, okay. Then all we have to do is make the roof. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna do stairs first. Just because we don't have to use a whole hell of a lot of stairs. And then the rest can just be filled out. Except for, of course, that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, this one's gonna be a slight bit different. That's the top of a block. So we could make this a bottom of the block. Just like that. Then all we have to do is build up. I did not want to put it there. Give. Good. However, I think I want... It's... I think instead of stairs here, I want it to be slabs. Come on. Give. Please. I broke you, right? I did. Which also means I'm gonna have to make more slabs, but that'll be fine. Making more slabs will not be a problem. There we go. And as long as we don't count this area, I think the roof looks good. Why was there... Can I... Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. I do not trust our place now, because I was awake during the night. Let's quickly head inside, hope that there's no creepers nearby. And make some slabs. I don't think we need too many. But 22 should be enough. At least as a bare minimum. Let's... have this be at this level. How's that look? From this side, fine. And good this side for the most part. Let's go ahead and get rid of the dirt. And how's the side look? Except for that bit, pretty good. Which means we won't be able to put lanterns on those corners. But we can find ways around that. If right. Looks a little odd like that. Let's keep it so it's the same in the front. But on the sides, let's have it be raised by one. Looks a lot better. Though I think we need to do the same with the sides here. But then we're going to run into the same issue. Can I do an upside down stair and an upside down stair instead? No, not really. Huh. Let's go ahead and fix this side as well then. Which does change the front. Just enough to where it's not great. Oh, well that made a full block. I think the sides will be fine if we have it like this. You know what? It'll be fine. And what we could do... What we could do instead... is do this. No. Makes it too thick. May I please have the blocks? Thank you. I did not mean to place you there. Please. There we go. And then this would need to be put down one. You know what? Let's keep it. Sure, there'll be a weird little up point right as it hits the wood, but this allows us to not only have it look good from the front, but to also have it look good as in we have lanterns. Because we will have lanterns. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our first harvest of at least the potatoes and wheat. Because right now I don't think we need pumpkins. Is this going to be enough for the whole plot of land? Maybe. I didn't see how many potatoes we got. Is definitely enough for the whole plot. Cool. Nice. We have all the potatoes, and at least most of this is harvest ready. Those ones weren't, but most of it was. Nice. Again with the squids. Okay. We have most of this complete. It's at least functional. We have it all lit up. We have one of the buildings on this place done, for the most part, except for actual lighting. But I do actually kind of like how that water filter looks. Looks more like a water heater, but it's fine. Hi, Wandering Trader. We have a spot for our melons plotted out. We have a spot for our pumpkins. You know what? This is fine. It works because we're going to have a scarecrow there eventually. We have the majority of this complete. All we really need is to cut down that spruce tree and to set up the shelves. And then, of course, figuring out the rest of the lighting. So, pushing these up, putting a fence on them, putting a lantern on them, and then lining the outside rim with, I think we decided some sort of stone block, which I think will be really nice. But I think that it's going to be all for today. So let me quickly get to our temporary bed. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much for joining. If you like the live stream, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more content from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get notified for any future live streams or videos, go ahead and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you beautiful people next time. Bye!